Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Donald John Trump's Tuesday, November 10th. Okay, so the first card will be his situation, the forces in motion in his life, his challenges, what he's planning, and what he's actually doing, the cause and effect, the law of karma that's hanging over him, which is accruing daily, and his future, and the most likely outcome. Now, this is just for Tuesday, but you know, when you're looking that far ahead, well, I always end up drawing extra cards on that anyway, so. Okay, so diving into the tarot, the forces in motion, his challenges, what he's planning, what he's actually doing, the karma that's hanging over him, his future, and the most likely outcome. Okay, so with the tarot, well, we have the Lovers reversed for the situation, forces in motion. So he's having a hard time making decisions. And of course, I doubt he asks his higher self for decision. I doubt he has any connection to his highest self, so there's that. But yeah, so with, we can see it's Mercury and Gemini, so there's a lot of thought. It needs to drop into the heart and, to make the right decision. And I don't think he has much access there. That's very challenging for him. So it hasn't been, also because of the Lovers is all about divine balance. You can see the big archangel back there. I think it's Archangel Gabriel or Gabriel. And it's all about balance. I mean, it's a 6. It's about balance. When it's reversed, something is excessive. His mind is probably racing, and he's probably trying to figure out what to do next. It is the card of bad choices if it were like in the past position, but this is the forces in motion in his actual situation. So it's more than just the past. This is his accumulative past. The forces in motion and then the karma card up here, they're very tied together. So, but yeah, so, imbalance. And it could have to do with a divorce. There's probably, he and Melania are probably not getting along well, and I think I'll do a separate reading on her, but I think that we can expect a divorce to come in, because I've seen it for quite some time in the cards. Now, when the Lovers is reversed, it also has to do with trying to dominate someone that you're in relationship with. So that might be what's going on with Melania, and she's not having it. That's very possible. It can also have to do with a lack of self-control. It can have to do with obsessive control, obsessive compulsive disorders, which are usually from trying to control something based on, past trauma. So, interesting. But yeah, bad choices and regrets if he even goes there. I don't know if he goes there. I think he just spits it right back out and blames everyone else. Okay, so his challenge with the Death reversed, his challenge is that he needs to let go and, face the music, and he's not doing that. It definitely has us in that place where he's in his survival issues. There's power and control issues because, of course, you can see it's ruled by Pluto and Scorpio. So it's everything to do with, you know, sex, death, rebirth, moving forward. But it's reversed. So being that it's in the challenge position, it's like a double reversal, because his challenge is that he needs to let go and move on and create a whole new beginning. He's not able to do that because of his legal transgressions all his life. And, you know, so I don't think it's going to go well for him at all in the future, legally. I really don't. But of course, we'll do separate readings on that as time goes by, because we want to see justice, right? That's the main thing. We're looking for justice here. But anyway, to reiterate a little bit with the death reversed, yeah, I think he's just really resisting change. I think that's the main thing there. Now, what he's planning, interesting. He's planning, with the Ace of Cups, he's planning to get all kinds of emotional support. He's trying to get some bit of, you know, compassion towards him from people in the past. So we'll see with the Lenormand cards how that goes for him. What he's actually doing, he's apathetic. He's not getting what he wants with the Four of Cups. And we can see it's a moon in Cancer. So again, you know, water and water, lots of water. But in his case, I have a feeling this is his emotional reaction against feeling any real feelings that are, you know, underneath that he needs to feel, he needs to access. But he doesn't do that. He just does not do that. He might be, though, contemplating a little bit about, you know, what he should do. And he probably is very well, you know, reevaluating, I would think. And, hold on, I need my sacred chopstick. Okay, so you can see here, I mean, he's looking down at the cups here, and it's like, that's not what I wanted. I'm not getting what I wanted. Meanwhile, there's an offer over here, but he's not even seeing it, because he's just, you know, focused on his own, I don't know, his navel maybe. It's all about him. It's always all about him. And he's apathetic to, you know, what's really going on. And he doesn't care for other people. This is his lack of care for anyone else other than himself. So, yeah, that's really challenging there. Now, karmically, what's hanging over him, this is a card of a new job. So that's it. I'm not going to go any further into that. His future, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You know, with Mercury and Gemini, when it's straight up, it's like you're thinking about long-term goals and vision and, you know, your health and daily routines and taking care of your family and all of that. Well, in his future and in his family's future, with the Trump crime family, there's a financial loss. In fact, probably a generational loss, because this is the card of generational wealth. Excellent. His most likely outcome with the Hierophant reversed, you know, and of course Venus in Taurus when it's straight up, but now it's the reversal of, you know, Venus, so there's not the unification with all that is good and all that is, you know, helpful to humanity. Instead, it's the opposite for him. So the outcome for him is, I believe, I think the law is probably going to be coming down on him. This is like a governmental, because this is the card of laws, rules, regulations, and all of the institutions that are created, you know, under law, courts of law. So I don't think he's going to get rulings that he likes in the future. I highly doubt that, because this has him being restricted. It's a very restrictive card when, you know, when you've got like a reversal type of Venus and Taurus energy. It's a restriction on your finances, and this is a restriction on your finances as well. But yeah, so I honestly think it's really just he's out of touch with his inner authority, and so he has to experience what that is. He has to experience the fact that he's given himself away to, you know, some darkness all his life, because it's only been about money. His entire focus all his life has been about money, and now he can't stand being a loser. So he's stuck in this place where it's his lack of inner authority that has gotten him there. So, and I do believe that it has to do with the courts of law as well. Okay, so let's layer the Lenormand. Well, this is the illness card. So because this is such a mental card here, I think that this is speaking to his mental illness, unless he does get COVID again. I mean, that's possible. There is no such thing as an all-out immunity, because there's so many strains, different strains. And, you know, he travels a lot. His challenge, well, he's losing. With the mice card, this has to do with loss. This may be because of the coronavirus, and maybe he's sued in the future because of his indiscretion, because of his outright crimes against humanity in holding back the information when it came to him in late January, and then reiterated to him and was absolute fact to him in early February. And then he was caught on tape with Bob Woodward saying he always wanted to play it down. I mean, he has shot himself in the foot. He has no toes left. He's done it so many times. So this is the coronavirus, and that is his biggest challenge, and that he cannot let go of that responsibility that he has hanging over him, because, you know, are we up to 500,000 people who have died so far? I mean, or I'm sorry, 250,000? Is it 250,000? Are we up to that yet? I mean, it's pushing there, and he has karma with those souls, because he could have stopped that. He could have let people know. And then all of these super spreader events, well, I'll just stop going with that, and let's look at, so what he's planning. With the letter card, this could have to do, because we have this card here with the Hierophant influencing the outcome. This could have to do with some legal documents. He could be planning to get the compassion of something legally that's coming his way. I mean, votes are all over. It's all done. He can't do anything about that. Okay. But what he's actually doing, didn't I get this card in the same place here yesterday? What he's doing, except for yesterday I did doing and doing. I decided to change it to planning and doing. He's partying. So maybe he's still golfing and hanging out with his cronies. But remember, this card a long time ago taught me that it had to do with the coronavirus and the super spreader events where he goes and parties with his people. These three cards together, and in this little deck, this is coronavirus right here. So he's partying and he's still spreading the coronavirus. And who is it? Was it Mark Meadows and 4 other staff have come down with the coronavirus, and they were all together. They were all together, you know, the other night doing his ridiculous party at the White House, you know, because he thought he was going to win. Okay, karma that's hanging over him, bad health. Bad, hold on, I'll find this in another deck. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Do I sound like a Fire Marshal Bill? Hold on, we'll find it. Well, here, let me just get them. I want to show you how karmic of a card. There we go. Kiro Marchetti, he did a really good job at bringing in the DNA, the DNA and the karma of the tree and the ancestral lineage. We have the tree of life here, the Kabbalistic tree of life. Yeah, so I wanted you to see that. Okay, so his karma is a health issue. His karma is more karma. His karma is for all of his accruing karma to come back down on him. And a new job. His future, it's going to be revealed with the Sun card. It's going to be revealed how he and his family have been stealing. And the most likely outcome for him with the Hierophant coupled with the House card is that this legal situation, or all the legalities coming down on him, all the legal cases, they are definitely going to affect his family, the foundation of his family. And, you know, I mean, it's Trump International Incorporated. And of course, you know, when you're incorporated like that, it's it doesn't tie into your personal assets. But in order for him to get the loans that he's wanted, all his, you know, over the last, I don't know how many years, and all that money he owes to Deutsche Bank, and he's personally liable for at least 400 and some million, 421 million, I think. But it's possible that he could be liable for the entire $1.1 billion that he owes. $1.1 billion that he owes. So this could, you know, bankrupt them, even personally. Okay, so I want more information about his future and the outcome here. So future. Okay. Hope we can still see which cards. How do I do this so we can see? I guess leaving the little 10 open there. Okay. All right, and then more cards for the outcome. Ooh, something sudden and maybe shocking there. There, okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so there we are again with the money. I think yesterday the fish card came through on this side, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so diving in here. So all of this is a lot of, this side of the reading we can tell is all about him and his partying and what he's been doing in the coronavirus and his health. Now, looking at the future, what we can see is that they're going to be the Trump crime family with the Ten of Pentacles back here is going to be upside down financially. And the Sun card comes through and says it will be revealed as to their choices about the way that they made their money, their prosperity. And it will end. It will end them because of the way they've made their money. So maybe they'll be caught, you know, with money laundering. You know, maybe there'll be RICO charges that come down on all of them. I mean, there's so many possibilities. Because they've, you know, he has been protected by being president, but the kids have not. But also, now that that's all over, you know, January 20th, I mean, SDNY, you know, Cy Vance Jr., he's waiting for him. Letitia James, she's waiting for him. And Eric Trump, even though I think he totally pleaded the fifth when he had his deposition, that's still coming down on him. This is the card for the children. So the most likely outcome for them is legal, for him and the children. I can tell by the family card here and the children or child card here. What's going on is there are legal ramifications that are going to suddenly come down quickly. So We can look at that like January 20th, because that's his last day that he has any type of protection. But also, you know, I've been watching a lot of Glenn Kirshner's videos. I really recommend you guys watching him. I think, if I vaguely remember right, I think he said that even during this lame duck session that things could go through. So between now and January 20th, there could be some state crimes that come through. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But anyway, just to finish this up, it looks to me like something suddenly will come through, and it could be shocking to some people, but it won't be to us because we've been tracking this. And this will be a big betrayal and departure for them, and with the you know, with the family and the children, and it's all based on their finances. So there's going to be a betrayal of the families, his and the families' financial flow. Okay, so there's some divine justice there, because all that is important to them is money, right? All right. So if they lose their money, then that's what they need to do in order to heal. Okay, so for us, what do we need to know for this day? For Tuesday. Okay. Excellent. So we have Crow Spirit says to co-create with Spirit. I always like to say co-create with the highest realms of Spirit. Pig Spirit says use your mind wisely. And the horse comes in and says freedom is yours. Ooh, horses are so powerful. This is really beautiful. Okay, so it's more than just our mind that we co-create with. We co-create with our feelings. We co-create with our passion. We co-create with our actions. And I think that's why the horse spirit came through to talk about that. And it's not just freedom, it's power. Horses are powerful, very, very powerful. And they're very, very, these are probably, and then in there with dolphins, you know, the smartest mammals. I don't know if horses are as intelligent as pigs, but they're maybe more sensitive, because you know, I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever ridden horses or had horses, but I can tell you that they're extremely sensitive. They pick up anything. They pick up your fear if you're afraid of them. They pick up your authority if you have it over them. But they're also, you know, very sensitive. They're very, very, very intelligent creatures. So the message I'm getting is that when we are in our divine intelligence, you know, with our mind, and knowing that our attitudes create, our belief system creates, and whether we're aware of it, whether we're consciously aware of the fact that we have a false belief going on or not, it's still creating. So to remember that the universe is bound by law to receive us, and it receives us in a way that that really mirrors back to us the exact, like just to the exact degree, what's going on inside of us. Again, whether we're conscious of it or not. So if anything's not going the way that you had planned, search inside for any little bit of false belief that needs to be tweaked, just a little bit. Or to a large extent, you know, you might find something in there that's just, you know, just unbelievably profound, you know, like realizing suddenly that, oh, you think you're less than because you're female, or you're less than because your hair is, I don't know, a different color. I mean, just make up anything. I've had many clients that believed that they had to struggle to the point that they were, you know, dead tired at night, and they thought that that's the only way they could make it. And when we got deeper inside of it, we found all the false beliefs that tied that together, and then they get, you know, they get out of struggle and they're more into thriving because they're creating from a graceful, easy place inside, and they love their work. But it takes a lot, you know, you gotta work through all that false, those little false beliefs that are in there. But just to remember, look at your life from all the different angles, and if you don't like what you have, you can change it. But it's not only with just your mind, it's also with your very, very strong spirit. And then that is what true freedom is, because when we realize that we're the ones that are creating every aspect of our lives, now, and life isn't perfect, so you know, so don't beat yourself up if things aren't perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect here on earth. We don't get that here at this address. But I know that you would think that it should be, because deep down inside where you come from, you know that, you know, there is perfection, but that's where you came from before you incarnated, and we can't project that onto this place 100%. We just can't. But we can know that we are creators, and we can co-create here on earth, and this earth plane is to help us understand that. And then to have the self-responsibility to know that you create your own reality, that's true freedom. Once you know that, you have freedom, because you're the one that can undo it. You know, if you created it, you can undo it. You can create it again the way you want it. So, okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope everyone's doing well. And until I come back, please, well, always, no matter what, take good care. Okay, bye.